Okay, so we begin Raw with Triple H in the ring, cutting a really fantastic heel authority promo. And then Ambrose comes down. And Ambrose is like, hey, who would you want to win that triple threat match? Who would you not want to win the triple threat match? And H was like, listen, it was Reigns or Lesnar. You weren't even a factor. He was like, you think you could beat me, huh? With that weird, like, overhand way that he holds Mike. So, you think you could beat me, huh? Guy with title shot? I'll let you know by the end of the night. Now, do you mean, like, the end of Raw? Like, 11 o'clock at night? I got things to do. Let me know. So, interestingly enough, he held his own really well with Triple H. I think there was a spot where Triple H, I think, like, mouthed something to him. I think that there was too long of a pause while they were going through their promo, but it worked well. And of course, he was like, oh, you're facing Del Rio tonight. So, as always, bookends. This match with Del Rio was decent. The nice thing is, Dean Ambrose has this unique ability to sell vicious beatdowns week to week. He wasn't 100%. Del Rio beat him for the majority of the match. He got us some good licks. Del Rio got back on top. Triple H music hits. Dean standing in the ring, looking like he just got the crap beat out of him. It's just like, at which point, whatever that means for the League of Nations. And they all swarm him. It beat him down. And yes, a 4-person beatdown on a face led to the face getting beat down by 4 people. That's a good way to show that a guy who's beaten up by one guy, will lose to 4 people. 4 people. 2 of them former world champions. Every member in that stable has held individual gold. He's taken on 4 former champions. He should get the daylights beaten out of him. Especially if he's already injured from Brock Lesnar beating the daylights out of him. Triple H is like, people like you just don't get it. Ironically, when he says people like you to Ambrose, it's not racist. But to Booker T, it's racist. He gets down, because Ambrose just like kissing the canvas. You know what? And Ambrose just like lunges at him and gets just a light shot. And Triple H is like, oh. This is just the random fury of flying fists and everything from Ambrose. And then he eats a pedigree. At which point he's like, you want your match, you got it. Drops the mic. Ambrose still just beat it. Like, hey, Hunter. Thanks. And it's like, he got one of those cerebral assassin. And that's when it's the, you know what? I'm going to beat the piss out of you. And he did. This time the crowd wasn't chanting yes the whole time. The crowd was actually kind of booing. So, beat down Reigns, the guy he's going to the main event with, crowd, yeah, do it again, going out for into the sucket. I mean, and now all of a sudden he's beating down Ambrose. People are like, no, we like it. Why are you beating the guy that we like? But I think if they have Ambrose take on Triple H in Chicago for the title, that seeing those two in the ring face to face, their visage right there, that I was like, man, that should be your main event. If you had that as your main event, and then you had Lesnar taking on Roman Reigns in a singles match, or then you could have done Lesnar, Wyatt, Reigns, Undertaker. I mean, that would have been some phenomenal matches. But they talked about other matches. Wyatt cut a promo about the definition of insanity being doing the same things over and over again. So he's going to lose at WrestleMania to somebody? who doesn't need the win at WrestleMania. Okay. He's going to lose to Kane? Big Show? Well, actually, Big Show's probably feuding with Kevin Owens. He's going to lose to Ryback? No, Ryback's a heel now. I don't know. Like, creative, I have no idea what they're going to do with Bray Wyatt. I dig him, though. I guess really solid character. So, Kevin Owens had a match with the Big Show where they reversed the finish from SmackDown because 50-50 booking. So Owens got crouched on the top rope. That was it. Count out. Woo! Ryback took on the Rabid Mongoose. It's Ed Rose. And to debut his new partial shoot fighter, after he got out of sleeper hold using essentially a package stunner, he mounted Rose and just began ramming just fists into his face, even doing like this really vicious, like you're gonna hurt someone Ryback back fist to him, and then hit the shell shock. And I was like, all right, more aggressive Ryback, cool, it's good work. Make him look strong, feed him to John Cena or Samoan Cena, whichever one you want to. It's not bad. It was workable. Renee interviewed Natalya about how she stays in great shape, and I think it was a Subway commercial because I skipped through it. Because whenever I see Subway in a very specific location, in the background of a shot, like it is the primary location of the background of a shot, I'm like, oh, it's a commercial. R-Truth has told Goldust it's probably not going to happen. But then feels bad. He feels conflicted. Alright, I can go with that. That works. In a continuation of one Dudley versus one Uso, Bubba Ray took on the other guy. And after a Bubba Bomb, got it the 3 count. So Dudleys are consistently going over the Usos in singles matches. Okay, I guess they're going into a feud for something. League of Nations is a tag match. Now, of course, their tag team is Rusev and Sheamus. Awesome tag team. 2 big, burly, brutish dudes. Love it. And they're foreign, so they're heels. Taking on the Lucha Dragons. 2 smaller, fast guys who are foreign, but they're Mexican, so they're face. Decent back and forth, but man, them numbers. Rusev wins in his home city of Nashville with a nice, vicious kick to the side of the Kalisto's head. 1, 2, 3. Like it. Lana ran down Brie and was like, I have a figure, you are skin and bones. And then it came down after she lost to Naomi. Naomi now using kind of like a reverse Rings of Saturn. The saddest thing is the ref, when they rung for the bell, right as they're doing that, Naomi, who's got, Brie's arms pinned back like this, takes her free hand and starts peppering her in the face. Now it's like, that should be your finisher. I've got your arms pinned down as an arm submission. I'm just going to whoop you in the face. Oh, really does a great job for more viciousness of Naomi. She does need to quit the really bad looking like high kick spot. I do think she high kicks into like a jumping spin kick at the end. I like the jumping spin kick at the end. Maybe do like 1, 2 spin kick, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spin kick. No, it should be like 1, 2 spin kick. That's all you need. Or just do the spin kick. Work for Rob Van Dam. So their match was about as good as a match with Brie and Naomi. I think Naomi should be doing better. She could be doing better, but I think they're running simply on Brie. Dolph Ziggler and The Miz got into a jaw-jacking contest, which then led to a match about as long as we discussed in this match, with a roll-up. Miz beat Dolph Ziggler because they're building towards a singles feud. The winner will go on to face Kevin Owens. It's kind of hard to tell. I think Miz, Kevin Owens could have some great heat to it because Kevin Owens would essentially play the face in the feud, and I think they have some really nice mic work. Speaking of another bizarrely laid out match, Becky Lynch and Sasha were the curtain jerkers, so they actually were the first match of the night. And they did a good job showing that they were actually very, very equal. Lots of reversals, lots of stopping, lots of I'm going for a move. You go out to your move, I get onto your move, into your move. So a decent amount of really good chain wrestling. They had a little bit of slop here and there. I do think the trying to do a backslide, then bridge out into the backslide, to another backslide. Sometimes if you just get out of position, your shoulders are down, it just doesn't quite work out, but, you know, not a bad match. The finish was a sunset flip power bomb off the second rope with a double pin. Double pins are hard to pull off. It just is. But a sunset flip powerbomb, so Sasha does the powerbomb to Becky after they like traded shots to the head from the spot before. And I was like, oh, Becky's down. And then you see Sasha, who had her arms like this, just flop back. I was gonna go, you know, I felt like it missed. Either the camera angle that they showed was just off. They showed it again, and they saw Sasha Banks hold down Becky Lynch's waist and then letting go and falling backwards. It seemed like there was just one little bit that wasn't quite there. But they're going to have a rematch on SmackDown. Okay. A better spot for there would have been another turnbuckle, because that's where the stairs were. Would have been, you know, like they're fighting on top of the turnbuckle and then they fall to the outside. Double count out. A double count out victory like that, where they both, you know, it's a top rope spot. You know, they're trading, like, blows to each other's heads, and then they just both hit and fall down on the outside. You know, that works really well if you want to do a draw. Double count out works. Triple threat works too. The team of Y2AJ took on the New Day. New Day cut a pretty nice promo beforehand. Lots of hugging. You know, they're huggers. It's cool. Maybe that means the hugster will show up during Smarkomania Raw. And nice back and forth. This is now, I think, the third time AJ and Styles have defeated tag champs. So next week on Raw, they're facing the New Day for the tag belts. I like that. I think that works well. Good stuff. Now we have two more promos. Stephanie McMahon finally came down and accepted her award for the Excellence Award of Excellence. And cut a promo about how she doesn't spend time with her family because she's working so hard. And then the crowd's chanting for Shane. And she just flips the little podium and is like, yeah! And just does impassioned heel speech. It's just fantastic. Stephanie on point is fantastic. She came off vile, vicious, despicable, but at the same time, she really drove home going, oh, why? She's a man? She's a man? She's a man? She's a man? Oh, so that his sons are going around the company? Well, my daughters. It had that really nice, don't blast me, almost like that evil feminazi feeling to it, where it's just I'm a woman, I can do whatever I want because I'm a woman. And it had that just really harsh tone that's fantastic for a heel. Great heel promo. Because it's hard to be like, I'm a hard-working mother, this is my family business, and just take it to the like, you hate me. But she's good at her job. And then Vince cut a promo that was just, here it came out. Taker's entrance was longer than what he said. I initially didn't quite catch what he was saying, which kind of ruined it a little bit. But then when he finally spoke, he's like, you know what I'm going to do when I shut that cell door behind me? The blood of your son is on your hands. And then walked away. And the crowd's like, yeah, Undertaker! Showed up, said like 3 sentences. I'm like, yeah, Undertaker! I was like, well, you know what? Shane will be there next week. So as of right now, Taker has done more promo work than his feud with Bray Wyatt. I think the alternating back and forth between who's going to be on the show will actually work out pretty well. So all in all, an episode of Raw that continued storylines. I do think that the ending of the Divas match for the No Connection was just, it felt awkward. And then to go from that right to Dolph Ziggler Miz, which was just a really quick match, just felt weird. And then doing the count-out victory with Kevin Owens being crouched on the top rope, which was reverse what they did on SmackDown. I don't know. It seems that they've got to... Here's where we're going to go for WrestleMania, for matches we haven't talked about yet. We're going to like slowly build up to them over the next 5 weeks to see if we can get people to care. When, ideally, to build the WrestleMania, you would kind of want to use things that happen in the Royal Rumble and then Fastlane. So you've got your build-up, you hit your crescendo at WrestleMania, then you do your payback, and then you hit that lull right afterwards. Because you have to do your build-up. Instead, it's like, well, Fastlane, oh, Mania. You have to try to do so much building in that point in time when you should have been like, and. So, overall, a good episode of Raw. It got the points it needed, hit the beat that it's needed to. I think they just tweaked the ending of the Divas match. And crotching Kevin Owens to do a repeat of the SmackDown match. Not a huge fan of 50-50 booking by itself is pretty bad. 50-50 booking that's virtually identical matches done in reverse. No.